Rugby Victoria's StoreLocal Lindroth Cup rolls on to round 10. And it's Powerhouse against Melbourne University, the combined side who've joined forces this year searching for their third victory. Powerhouse have started the season hot. 6 wins from their 8 matches, including a draw and just the single loss. They'll come out today. Melbourne looking a little bit different from their side that fared against Endeavour Hills last week. A couple of changes. Their lineup for you today. Ceres Lilly, Diana Zara, Flora Gillies in the front 3. And the tight 5 runs out with Talia Loskow and Meg Edwards. The back row, Alyssa Arbon, Bolly Dempsey and Mashura Fukuda. Whilst the back line includes Mathe Montoya, Jessica Sutton, Gemma Jones, Gwennon Williams and Michelle Cluley. On the wing, Avish Tugnan and a fullback, Cynthia Tran. Melbourne, in their Melbourne University kits today, we'll refer to them as Melbourne. They'll be running right to left in an all-black jersey. Powerhouse, green and black hoops, running left to right. Powerhouse's lineup looks like this. Ali Turner, Gabby Brundusic, and Bridget Ender in the front row, whilst Tiffany Chen and Bente Hansen make up the second row. Back row, Kendra Casanova, Alex Cunnin, and Ali Coleman. Just waiting on a ball here. Powerhouse's back line, Tanya Granados and Maeve Donahue at 9-10. Priscilla on the wing with Danica Fong on the other. Through the midfield, Kate O'Sullivan and Natalie Stoltz in 12 and 13 at fullback, Tia Freeman, and a range of replacements throughout the day. We're just awaiting kickoff. Of course, Melbourne University would have had their eyes on the Australia A against Samoa side, or game this morning up in Canberra. That game's finished now with kickoff at 11 o'clock, but of course, Min's one of their own players featuring in that game. That match finishing 50-22, the Wallaroos A side beating Samoa in Canberra. Still just waiting on a couple of balls to make our way out onto the Noel Clark field. Rugby Victoria's match of the day kicks off with the StoreLocal Lindroth Cup. Powerhouse and Melbourne. Wherever you're tuned in from around the world. The house looking to roll on. Talia Loskow, the skip up for Melbourne to kick us off. Powerhouse receive, lets it bounce a couple of times and just said it's off underfoot. That ball spilled out, gone backwards, says the referee. Soft underfoot at the moment in Albert Park. Ball picked out and knocked on by Powerhouse. Will build for an early Melbourne scrum. Powerhouse coming off their bye, but last time out against Melbourne University and Melbourne back in round 8. They were 69-point winners, 69-0. That game out at Parkville. Chance for redemption for Melbourne here. Somewhat of a changed lineup since that game a couple of weeks ago. Uncontested scrum on that occasion. Picked out for Melbourne. They could try and go on their 22. Up through Edwards. Sun poking its way through. Unsure what to do there was Lily. And now Sutton. Ball ripped out. Powerhouse have it. Can try and run out of their 22. Tackled there was Turner. Getting out Granados. Ball held up in this little pocket of the ground. Trying to get through there, Coleman. Granados picks it out again. Sticking to this short side, Powerhouse. Referee keeping them onside. Inda picks it out. Coleman now. And now Granados. Little offload from Hanson. Up on the halfway, Powerhouse go. Chipping away at this Melbourne defence. Casanova unable to get through. Again short side into the hooker and Brundusic. For sure have an outnumber on the short side. Bounces through the legs. Running back onto it, Fong. Gets the offload. Coleman's there for it. Coleman now with it. On to halfway. Ball spills out in the tackle, knocks forward. Scrum advantage to Melbourne. Going to try and go now through Tran, the fullback. 10 metres from halfway. Ball spills out. Montoya gets it out. Melbourne kick. Midfielder installs. Regathers. Still 10 from halfway. Want to play far side now. We'll come back. Come back for a penalty on the far side for Melbourne. Cool, stick with us today. Rugby Victoria's match of the day for this afternoon's Premier Grade feature match between Powerhouse and the Harlequin Club. Ball kicked out over 22. Will build for Melbourne's line out. Plenty of action happening across the third grade that's just wrapped up in the last 10 or so minutes. Footscray beating Endeavour Hills 38-12. And the Quins 1 point winners against Powerhouse here just to the right of us. A thrilling third grade encounter there. Line out one by Melbourne. They can try go through Zaria onto the 22. Sutton. Now into the running Lily. We'll come back through midfield. Couple of passes to go. Unable to find space, Melbourne. Ball squirts out into the hands of Powerhouse. They'll kick for touch. Nice little kick. This will spill out over 10 metres to the advantage in their own half. Fantastic territory gain for the Powerhouse side. Reserve grade game happening to the right of us here at Albert Park as well between Powerhouse and Harlequins. Before the senior grade game from 3:15. Look out for Chen. Good luck for Powerhouse. Line out thrown, one out the back by Fukuda. 10 metres from halfway in Melbourne. Counter ruck was tried from Powerhouse, unsuccessful. Uni will hold on to it. Unable to get through was the skipper and Loscow. A little up and under kick. Finds Freeman at fullback. Can get back up over halfway. Nice little line break. There's a channel open for her. Freeman, held up. 23 from home. Ball spills out for Udi, and they can try go. We'll come back for the original knock-on. Scrum for the students. Deep inside their own territory. Fantastic weather at the picturesque Albert Park. Extremely soft underfoot though on the Noel Clark field. Sets a call. Couple drop in the scrum, no one pushes. Going for the chaos ball. Deep, only as far as Donahue. Maeve Donahue has to get her offload. That might have gone forward. Another scrum for the students. Sets a call. We'll wait. This scrum feed from Montoya. Ball hooked back. And now up through centre field. Couple of passes. Latest one by Williams. Uni still in their own half. Trying to get through now. Sutton. The wide pass into the wing up of Tugnote. Ball spills out of hands. Gone backwards. Powerhouse going to try and win it at the ruck. We'll come back for the knock-on. And we'll build a scrum this time. Powerhouse to feed. That's a call. Ball fed by Granados, hooks back. Now they come up through centre field. Donahue beats a couple. Has one more in Fong if she needs it. We'll just take the tackle instead on the 22. Now into the fullback of Freeman. Granados. Inda. Granados picks it out. Pass luckily gone backwards. Fong now. Ball spilt backwards again. Up through centre field now. Casanova gets quick hands off. Told to use it from the referee. And a scrum for Uni to come. Early score for Endeavour Hills away to Footscrape. The StoreLocal Lindroth Cup, 5-0. Endeavour Hills, of course, leading the competition, undefeated, 7 wins and a draw from their 8 matches. 6 wins and 2 wins, respectively, for either side in today's clash. Ball fed back for Montoya, and they'll come short side. Sutton into Cluley. Knocked on. Scrum advantage for Powerhouse. Will come short side. Donahue with a little chip kick, trying to run onto it. There was Freeman. Freeman's got it. In the in-goal area, try to Powerhouse. Try time. Tia Freeman for Powerhouse. 5-0 kick to come. We'll await this kick from Eve Donoghue. Was impressive. Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day program out at Footscray earlier in the season. That kick's gone low. Just fades left as well. Score stays at 5-0. We'll await the restart from Melbourne University. Of course, in their university kits this week. Saw them last week on the Match of the Day. It's a bit different. Don't say that every day. Trying to restart from the 10-metre line. Ready to go now, low scout. To Donoghue. Gets hands off straight away. Powerhouse in control early. Back to Donoghue. Thinks about the crossfield kick. Decides to run it instead. Favouring this short side, or this near side rather. The House have a couple more to go if they can, including the winger in Fong. Touch wins in the end. There you go, feedback from the referee. Ball went forward. Uni with the scrum. Montoya, the scrum half, calling the play. Referee keeping him onside. Hooked back now to the number 8, Fukuda. Montoya, hands off into Sutton. Referee keeps him onside. Montoya picks it out to her right. Couple more passes, including through the hands of Tran. Still in their attacking half. Pass wasn't great, spills out. The soccer kick from Coleman to try keep it in, out. Touch wins in the end. Looked to me that will come back for a knock on just inside the attacking half for Melbourne University. So 5 points to 0 is the play early in this one. Another Melbourne scrum. So that's a call. Ball hooked back. Melbourne look to go up through midfield. Tries to pick and go herself for Kuda. Montoya pulls it out. Now into the centre and Williams. Has support from her fellow midfielder and Cluley. Ball won at the ruck by House. Trying to get through there was Donoghue. The big running fly half. Back up centre field. Inda. Got a late offload. Coleman. Hands off to the back row on Caneen. Ball lost forward. And we'll come back for a scrum. Couple early errors from either side. Hope the ground starts to dry up throughout the day. Await this scrum feed from Montoya of Melbourne. Ball hooks back out. Sutton trying to get her hands off into Williams. Big intercept from Stoles. Try time powerhouse, 10-0. Big intercept and subsequent try from Natalie Stoles of the powerhouse side. Now this kick from Maeve Donoghue to take the full allotment of 7 points. Kicks don't come much easier than this. Nothing's a gimme. That'll just sneak through. 12-0. Early advantage for Powerhouse. Fully in control of this one. Same score at Footscray, Endeavour Hills 12, Footscray 0. Of course, Western Districts with the bye this round. Melbourne to get us back underway. Lower kick off, taken nicely by Chen. Gets her offload. Now here comes Coleman onto halfway. Granados. Into Brundusic. And pushing her way through there, the front rower. Ball comes out, one in the ruck by Melbourne Uni. Ball's been knocked on. Powerhouse with the scrum on halfway. Has to feed this scrum. That's a call. Another uncontested scrum. Up through centre field. Donoghue. Couple of offloads now into the running. Freeman. Can only get so far. Short side again, far side for us. Has to keep going. High tackles or a penalty for Powerhouse. 25 or so from home. Still a bit of time to find some more points in this first half. Donoghue kicking for the corner. Hasn't found touch. Uni can kick from their own territory. Has to go again. The long pass to Freeman. Has Fong short side the winger. Freeman doesn't need her. Freeman into the 22. Broken 2 tackles, but not the third. Fong now. Taken by 2. Going to come back up through midfield. Bounces off the chest of Caneen. Scrum advantage for Melbourne. No advantage. We'll build for the scrum. been fair to say Powerhouse have won the territory battle in this first half. And they'll have Melbourne exactly where they want them, deep in their own territory. Referee not happy with the scrum build, so we'll do it again. That's a call.
Take the pressure, no push.
Referee happy with it. Uni going to go short side and kick. Little grubber kick into touch. Didn't quite find the 22. Line out to come for Powerhouse. Line out to be thrown by Ali Turner. In the number 1 jersey today. No contest from the line out, dropped though, so knocked on. Scrum advantage to Melbourne, trying to get through there. Montoya. Is that right? Finds no advantage. So scrum to come for Melbourne. Still 20 metres from their own try line. It's been brutally where this game's been played. We'll await this scrum. That's the call as the sun goes behind some clouds. Trying to go herself there was Fukuda. Crossfield kick. Bounce and sits for the winger in Jones. She's held up immediately. Couple tackles, crunching into the ground. Montoya. Fukuda. Ball spills out for Donahue, a Powerhouse. And the fly half can go again. Back up through midfield. Into Hanson. Goes on a nice little run. Couple from home, the offload. Houser just short. 5 from home, a Powerhouse. And a penalty being pulled out for Melbourne. They get away with that one. Low scale with the ball in hand. You'll imagine we'll have to punt for the line. Penalty called for holding on to the ball. Kick's not great off the boot. Not going to find touch. Wasn't knocked on by Caneen. It was in the end. So all in all, a territory gain for Melbourne. Powerhouse and Melbourne University for the StoreLocal Lindroth Cup match of the day from the Powerhouse Rugby Club at Albert Park. Of course, after this at 3:15, our men's feature match, Premier Grade Rugby, a dual shield between Powerhouse and the Harlequin Club from 3:15. Ball fed out of the scrum and kicked immediately into touch. Line out to come for the home side. Line out thrown, one in the air by the House. Was it knocked on though? Was knocked on, so Melbourne with a scrum feed. Set the call, ball fed by Montoya of Melbourne. Ball gone back and punted down the line. Uni almost onto it. Donahue wins out in the day for Powerhouse. Advantage to the house. Free hit at it. Freeman kicks forward, trying to run onto it, but back there for Melbourne is Tran, the fullback. Freeman with a big tackle. Pushes her 5 metres back. Kicked immediately from Melbourne. Freeman again. Might be able to go herself. Has Fong short side, won't take her, will take the tackle rather. Ball spills out. Fong can go. Held up. A couple short still. Casanova. Come back up through midfield into Hanson. Still just short. Could only be by a metre. Coleman goes herself. Pushing for the line try. And another try for Powerhouse. And they are putting their foot firmly on this game. And try converted by Maeve Donahue. Full allotment of points to Powerhouse. So score at 19-0. We'll await this Melbourne University restart. Close go to get us back underway. 19-0 Powerhouse. Taken by Chen. Offloads it to the running Coleman. And now into Fong. Fong pass halfway back to Chen. Now into Coleman. Onto the 10-metre mark. Inside their own half. Granados. Dances around Cobble, gets her pass out to the midfielder of Stoles. Couple of passes again. Finding the way back to O'Sullivan. Granados now. Will go herself. 20 frame. The pick and go from Caneen. And collapsing the ruck. Penalty for Melbourne. Kicked into touch. And we'll wait the line out. 12 metres from halfway. Round 10 of the StoreLocal Lindroth Cup. One out, one in the air by Melbourne. Ball was knocked on. First knock on came from Powerhouse, so it will build for a scrum for Melbourne. Going set piece to set piece a little bit in this first half. Score at 19-0. They'll come up through centre field in Sutton. The ball spilled out, been knocked on, so scrum advantage, Powerhouse. Gonna go short side, Donahue. Into Coleman. To Fong. Has Freeman there. Run down from behind. Granados to Coleman. And now into the centre of O'Sullivan. Turner. She's held up. 20 from home, Powerhouse. Granados. Now into Caneen. Nice little run. Takes a tackle on that occasion. Going to keep going far side. Stoles now. Ball spills out. Knocked on by Powerhouse. And scrum on the 5 metre line for Melbourne. Sets the call. Hooked back for Melbourne. You'll imagine Sutton will get it and kick. Does. Out over touch. Still in the 22 for Powerhouse. They'll throw the line out. Five-man line out for Powerhouse. One in the air. They can build the rolling ball. Pushes again. Ball comes to its natural conclusion, then up through midfield, Donahue. Into the hands of O'Sullivan. We're going to come back for the penalty for Powerhouse. 5 from home. You'll imagine a tap and go and they'll go. Quickly they do. Into Hanson. Not far from home now. Goes the pick and go, Caneen. Stretching for the line. Try for Powerhouse. $24-0, kick to come. Donahue to kick this from right in front of the uprights. Donahue's kicked 2 from 3 thus far. Keeps that one low. Goes under the uprights. Try not converted.
think you did. I have 24 too. Half time. I was going to grab my hat from my car.
Good, Graham. How are you?
Good. Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
How's your day been?
Yeah, head on. Interesting. Yeah, say the least. I've been down there.
Yeah, right.
To a third grade.
Is that 1 point per game?
Yeah.
What's the score?
I don't know. It's powerhouse or Bunnies. They scored a few Rugby sets. Yeah. All good?
Yeah, no issue. Yeah. Like I said, we got told it's not going there by the. I can't do it. A couple of weeks ago, they had a Queens and Footscray one late. That was a great game.
Yeah.
That was the best game. That was my favourite game this year.
Yeah, that was a great game. We're back there again next week.
I saw that, yeah.
Powerhouse with this one.
Yeah, that'd be, I thought that was this week somewhere. That would be good.
Hey, mate. All right. It's all good. It's okay. Yeah, no, that's fair enough too. Fair enough.
Thanks, Graham.
Okay.
Always a pleasure.
Have a good day.
You too.
So half-time score at Albert Park, 24-0. The powerhouse side lead in the StoreLocal Lindroth Cup match of the day. Out of Footscray, it's still 12-0 to Endeavour Hill's favour. The try scorers here at Albert Park. Coleman with one, Caneen with one. Tia Freeman, the fullback, went on a great run, scored a fantastic try. Natalie Stoles, who's playing in midfield. 2 tries converted, both by Maeve Donahue. So she's 2 from 4 kicking at the moment. Around the grounds, Jewish Shield Premiership Reserve Grade in round 11. Just next to us, Powerhouse 22 to Harlequin 7 to half-time. At a Box Hill, it's Melbourne 40-0. At Kiwi Hawthorn, on their big day today, Kiwis 19-10 against Moorabbin, and Footscray lead Endeavour Hills 19-12 across the Premier Grade. Third grade results across the Jewish Shield for you. Footscray 38 to Endeavour Hills 12. Powerhouse 19-20 against the Quins, 1 point winners away from home. And Melbourne beating Box Hill 45-24 a little bit earlier. But here for Rugby Victoria's match of the day in the StoreLocal Lindroth Cup. Powerhouse 24, Melbourne University 0. Waiting this restart from Maeve Donahue of the Powerhouse side. The sun creeps back out. StoreLocal Lindroth Cup match of the day, round 10. Powerhouse in Melbourne. We're away for the second half. 24-0 to half time. It was one-way traffic for the home side. Big early push from the likes of Casanova of Powerhouse. Advantage to Melbourne early. Montoya picks it out. We'll go a couple more times, Sudden included. We'll come back, no advantage for Melbourne. Early into this second half. So Loscow to kick toward our broadcast position. Off the side of the boot, little torpedo, does find touch. $12 metres to halfway. We'll wait this line out throw from the students. Line out thrown by Captain Loscow. Thrown, not one at the back by the students, and running onto it for Powerhouse was Casanova. We'll cut back up through midfield. Turn up. Hands into Worsley. Couple of replacements making their way onto the park for the House in the second half. Cregan now. And trying to get through there, Granados. Penalty advantage to Powerhouse. We come back toward this near side. Goes the dummy pass, was the midfielder, and O'Sullivan. And now onto the far side into Higgins. Still a bit from home. Turner. Another advantage to Powerhouse. Casanova. Edging toward the line, just held up short. Trying to find her way through there, Caneen. Another advantage, Powerhouse. Uni holding up for the moment. Wolford out, pick and go, try. 29-0, kick to come. So we will await this kick from Donahue. Takes her time. Maeve Donahue. Has kicked 2 from 4 thus far. Try converted, 31-0. Wait this restart. Of course, Powerhouse running right to left in this second half. Wait this restart from Melbourne. From their captain, in Low Scout. Haven't been able to play much attacking rugby inside their attacking 22. The kick off far side, just lets it bounce. Doesn't want to risk the knock on was Coleman. Tackle rolls up toward halfway. Chen now. We'll stick to that short side. Coleman goes the dummy pass. Tackled onto halfway. Cut back up through centre field in Brundusic. Ball came out, no advantage to an early penalty call. The House will have it on halfway for not rolling away. Donahue to punt this one. Try and go as deep as possible inside their own half. Doesn't find touch. And a chance to run now for Tran. Now into centre field. Dummy pass. Not taken. Montoya now can pick it out of the ruck and cut back up centre field. Sutton. Plenty of options near side if they can spread a bit more. Trying to run through there. Number 19, I don't have it. Montoya now. Trying to push through was Edwards, the second rower. Sutton gets her hands off. Ball spills out of the tackle. Ball knocked on. House for the scrum. About half an hour to play still in this one, 31-0. Granados to feed the scrum for Powerhouse. Picked and gone was Coleman. Coleman now on a nice little run. Tries to pass it long out to the winger in Fong. Ball gone loose. Going to come back. Going to come back for a penalty in centre field. So penalty for offside. They're going to kick for the corner. Will the House team. Looking for their second try in this second half. Ball goes out into touch. Inside the 22. House will throw the line out. Turner to continue throwing the line out. Line out thrown. Lost in the air. So throw not straight. Free kick to Melbourne. They'll take this free kick and go. Trying to get through there. Low Scow, the skip up in her green scrum cap. Pushes it back Sutton. No one really wanted that pass. Montoya, Sutton. Breaks a couple tackles, but not this last one. Trying for the counter ruck was House. And holding on to it for too long was Melbourne. Forced pressure from Powerhouse and they'll win the day. Donahue kicks toward the corner. This one again doesn't find touch. Did the ball go backward? No, says a referee. So knocked on by Melbourne. Scrum to come for the House. This, of course, part of Rugby Victoria's match of the day. The feature Jewish Shield match from 3:15. Powerhouse and the Harlequin Club. But for now, Powerhouse and Melbourne University, 31-0. Here they come, House up through centre field. Trying to find her way through there was Jones. Into Coleman now. She's been crucial today. There's Cregan, Powerhouse captain. Trying to get through there, Casanova. Couple of changes now into the 20 of Bayldon. Powerhouse brought on 2 replacements after that last try. Coleman now, stretching for the line, just short. Pulls it out into O'Sullivan. Ball drops for O'Donoghue. Or just Donoghue perhaps. Still a couple from home. Caneen, the first half try scorer. Still short of Powerhouse. Casanova. Back up through centre field now, Sullivan. O'Sullivan into Freeman. Freeman gets another try for Powerhouse. 36-0 kick to come. Try converted, 2 more points under the score. Score still set out at Footscray, 12-0 for Endeavour Hills. $38-0 here. Maeve Donoghue to leave the park for Powerhouse. Been instrumental in this performance. To round 10. Low scout to get us back underway for Melbourne. Scout kicks out to the left again. Standing under it is Tiffany Chen. Ball gone backwards so she can pick it up off the turf and go. Gonna come up through centre field. Gonna stick to that short side. Coleman now. Coleman 10 from halfway. Couple of passes and trying to go. No real territory gained or lost. Big penalty win for Melbourne. Not releasing was the powerhouse side. And this is Melbourne University's best chance to go inside 22. Loscow kicks. Sending on it was Trent. Unable to get onto it. Running into it was the winger in Jones. Ball touchdown in the in-goal area. Goal line dropout to come. Kick's gone, little grubber kick's gone 5 metres, and the house can go. Up onto 22. This is Harrison. Going to try and come short side. Nice little line break, couple of fends off from Priscilla. They can go again. They've gained 40 metres, powerhouse. Granadas pulls it out to the left, Chen. Couple of passes into Freeman now, the fullback. A fantastic run, Tia Freeman. Into the 22 she goes, one more to beat. Ball come out in the tackle, knocked on. A good outcome for Melbourne. And another try for Freeman goes begging. $38-0 the score. Freeman with a fantastic 30-metre run. Scrum to come for Melbourne. The StoreLocal Lindroth Cup match of the day. Powerhouse and Melbourne University. Powerhouse hoping to stay in touch with Endeavour Hills, who sit pretty top of the Lindroth Cup table. So that's a call. Hooked back. Montoya can go. Sutton kicks. Into touch. And we'll come for line out for Powerhouse. Line out thrown, probably not straight. Free kick Melbourne. A real sense of urgency from the Melbourne side. Gives a chance for Powerhouse, all 15 of their players to get back on side. Trying to go now, Loscow. Montoya. Couple of passes back up through centre field, come Melbourne. Ball's gone backwards, says the referee, so they'll hold on to it. Drops back into the pocket, Sutton. Kicks it down the line into the winger of Fong. And now going up the guts. Here comes Granados. Taken from behind by Jones. House with all the attacking. Freeman goes herself. Crunching tackle from Klule. And Melbourne end up with the penalty. Let's go to kick it, punt it into touch. This one's got to find touch out over halfway and into the scoreboard. Line out to come. Melbourne line out.
Blue. 2 out. Got 2 out. What are you doing,
Line out, one in the air by Melbourne. Montoya taken immediately. Big rock push over. They can try and go now through Fukuda. Montoya picks it out into Sutton. Uni trying to find space up through centre field. And Tran. Come back for the penalty advantage. Powerhouse player not rolling away. Low scale, the captain to kick down the line again. Finds touch. 13 past halfway. Line out to come Melbourne. Short line out again from Melbourne, goes over the back into Fukuda. Perhaps the students' best opportunity here. Edwards. Taken right back to the 10. Up through midfield. Pick and go. Finds a metre or two. Montoya back to Sutton. Still only 10 metres inside their attacking half. Trying to go far side. Referee says it's gone backwards. Free hit out at Melbourne. Penalty advantage. Gillies on halfway. Goes the up and under kick. No advantage. We'll come back for the penalty for Melbourne on the far side. High tackle. Score update from Footscray. Endeavour Hills 19, Footscray 10. The StoreLocal, Lindroth Cup, and of course Western Districts have the bye this round. Low scout kicks into touch. Melbourne on a nice little attacking run these last 5 or so minutes. Hoping for it to result in some points. So this is part of Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day broadcast, with Powerhouse and Harlequins to come in the men's Premier Grade from 3:15. Of course, Powerhouse, the reigning Dewar Shield champions from season 2024. Melbourne Uni line out. One out the back by Fukuda. It's like one of those old-fashioned sort of line-outs before lifting was allowed. Here they come now. Sutton. Hands off into Tran. Taken in midfield. One at the ruck by Powerhouse with Canine. Granados will pick it out. Into Harrison. Centre field, 10 metres to halfway. Cregan, little offload. Pushing up to Higgins. The pick and go far side onto halfway. Granados now, Freeman, the running fullback. Past halfway. Counter ruck, unsuccessful on that occasion from Melbourne Uni. Nice drive from the house. Pass goes through a couple. And in the end, finds O'Sullivan. Stick with the short side. Priscilla through her hands. This is Fogg. Now Higgins. Tackled. Couple of metres past the 10-metre line. Picks it out. This time for Casanova. Ball squirts out of the tackle. The referee's picked out a penalty for Powerhouse inside their attacking half. Granados, and they'll tap and go. Harrison. 22 from home, Powerhouse. Penalty for Melbourne. And a good win for the away side on that occasion. And the captain, Low Scout, try and kick for touch. Won't get there. Only as far as Higgins. She runs straight. Granados picks it out. Here is Bowden. Trying to find a bit of space now. Sullivan. Ball's been lost forward. Uni with the scrum. Scrum to come for the visitors. To be fed by Montoya, the scrum half. Sets a call. No push headed from the referee. Ball hooked back. Montoya wants to go herself. Big tackle, gets back and up over halfway. Big counter ruck from Priscilla of the Powerhouse side. Advantage to Melbourne. Cluley. We'll come back, no penalty advantage. Of course, Powerhouse will look to next week, where they will face Footscray here at Albert Park. Melbourne Uni, Melbourne. Come the bye, you can catch that Powerhouse Footscray game. Rugby Victoria's Match of the Day program next Saturday. So time off for an injured Melbourne University player. A couple of changes to come for Powerhouse, including exiting the park, the number 8 in Ali Coleman. Scale, the captain, will punt this down the line. Kicks it out into touch over the 10-metre mark. Line out to come for Melbourne. Line out to come to be thrown by the captain, Low Scout. This Melbourne side. Deep line out to come for Melbourne. Ball thrown, one by the Powerhouse side. Tackle from behind from Montoya. Granados picks it out. Little offload, edging towards halfway at Powerhouse. Ball spills out and comes into the hands of Sutton of Melbourne. Topsy-turvy game. One in the ruck by the house side. Chen now. O'Sullivan to pick it out of the ruck. Couple of passes. And back up onto halfway. Nice little run from Bowden. Now look to go back up midfield into Harrison. Short side, nice little run from Casanova. 10 metres past halfway now, Powerhouse. Into Fong. Now Caneen. An incremental charge from Powerhouse. Into midfield. Trying to get through now. Cregan, the captain. Coming as the impact hookup. Worsley now. Big push back. Big driving tackle from Loscow of Melbourne. Won't win the ruck though for Melbourne. They can try come through now. O'Sullivan. Let's go on that far side. Chen went on a bit of a run, held up immediately though. And a penalty win for Melbourne. Not releasing. And another uni win deep in their own territory. Kicking for a touch. Finds it just at the end. Ball rolls over. Line out to come. So less than 10 minutes to play in this one, 38-0. House have largely been in control this afternoon. Line out to come for Melbourne and the captain in Loscow. They'll talk tactics with Dempsey. They've usually been throwing the short line outs. Ball veers out to the right. Ball been knocked on by Melbourne in the air. And we'll come for a scrum for Powerhouse. Stick with this after this one. Rugby Victoria's match of the day, the Jewish Shield between Powerhouse and Harlequins to come from 3:15. The House are reigning premiers in the men's premier grade. Granados peels it out to centre field, ends up with Fong. Couple more numbers. Now Freeman. Had a fantastic game, has Freeman. Granados picks it out. Chen. And they want to go far side. Caneen now with a almost line break. The counter ruck. Not quite good enough from Melbourne. Holding onto the balls. Powerhouse. Freeman again with it, the fullback. Ball picked out. Cregan can go. Fantastic drive. Up to the 22. Referee's pulled out a penalty in favour of the Powerhouse side. They'll tap and go quickly. Up through centre field they come. Freeman, hands off into Casanova. Want to go big driving tackle. And trying to go, ball spills out. From the knock on. Will come for a scrum. Should be for Melbourne. Rugby Victoria's match of the day. Powerhouse, Melbourne, Melbourne University. There's still a little bit of fight still in this Melbourne team. A couple of players down across various parts of the park, so we'll take a little break in play. A result for you from a little bit earlier. Australia A beating Samoa 50-22 up in Canberra, the Wallaroos A squad. Getting a fantastic result in their Women's World Cup preparation in a month or so's time. White Powerhouse are just getting a bit of medical attention. Little break in play. Get ready to go again. Looks to be Casanova that's to be taken off the park for Powerhouse. As well as Tiffany Chen. So a couple of replacements to come for the house side. Ball kicked out into touch. And we'll come for this line out. Powerhouse thinking about taking it quickly, and they do. A little bit of clarification with what's going on. So they can't take the line out quickly. We'll have to come back and build it again. Line out thrown and won by Powerhouse. Caneen now. Granados. Nice little pass into Hansen. The offload was forward though. Scrum for Melbourne. Not long left to play in this Lindroth Cup clash. Still to come at 3:15 out. Jewish Shield feature match of the day between Powerhouse and the Quins. Scrum fed by Montoya and hooked back into Sutton. That's a nice little pass. Sutton with a late hit. Advantage to Melbourne University. Big crunching tackle still on there. 22. And we'll come back. It was a high tackle, so a penalty for the visitors. One of the Melbourne University, Melbourne combination side. Players just getting a little bit of medical attention. Another break in play. And that is full time. Powerhouse, too good on the day, 38-0. And their premiership charge drives on for another week. Stick with us. Jewish Shield match of the day to come between Powerhouse and the Harlequin Club.